This is Government Postgraduate College Attack, and I am Muhammad Ali, lecturer in English. I am going to deliver my lecture regarding online classes. This online classes for M English Part 2, and our paper is literary criticism, and the topic that I have taken from the Poetics written by Aristotle, and my topic is Catharsis. Previously, I discussed a few points that are linked with Catharsis, and I read out a paragraph from the textbook, from the chapter that is given in the textbook. Now I am going to read out further text from that very chapter. So, the point is the place of catharsis in the definition of tragedy. The term catharsis occurs in Aristotle's definition of tragedy. Tragedy is an imitation of an action that is serious, complete, and of certain magnitude in language, embellished with each kind of artistic ornament, the several kinds being found in separate parts of the play in the form of action, not of narrative, through pity and fear. So, from this, through pity and fear, effecting the proper catharsis or purgation of these emotions. This function of tragedy is important because it has the very word catharsis. We see that the term is also linked with the concept of pity and fear. It is therefore necessary to consider the meanings of pity and fear as connected with tragedy. The place of pity and fear in catharsis I am going to read out. The term pity and fear are closely connected in Aristotelian theory. There are different types of fear. Fear can be centered on an individual in the form of some vague feeling of insecurity and anxiety. It could possibly derive from a feeling for others, even for a society or the state. Fear could be the outcome of facing some inexplicable event. Inexplicable means that cannot be explained, or some disastrous and awful. Awful means terrible occurring. Fear may also arise out of a feeling of guilt, or rather a recognition of this guilt in ourselves when we see it portrayed in someone else. It is apparent that tragedy can easily encompass all these forms of fear, either singly or collectively. Pity, we are told by Aristotle, is cogent by undeserved misfortune, and fear by that of one like ourselves, by the misfortune of one like ourselves. In the Rhetoric, this is the name of book, Rhetoric. Fear is defined as a kind of pain or disturbance due to a mental picture of some destructive or painful evil in the future. The impending evil in this case must be near at hand, not distant. Anything that causes fear in us, if it happens to us, causes pity in us if it happens to others. Pity is a sort of pain of an evident evil of a destructive or painful kind in the case of somebody who does not deserve it, the evil being one which we might expect to happen to ourselves or to some of our friends, and this at a time when it is near at hand. Pity and fear are related emotions. Pity turns to fear when the object is so nearly related to us that the suffering seems to be our own, and we pity others in circumstances in which we should fear for ourselves. Pity is derived from the feeling that similar suffering might befall us. It is because of this that the tragic character should be like ourselves, and at the same time slightly idealized. In such a case, we feel pity for the suffering of the innately good person, while having a sympathetic fear for one who is so like ourselves. Aristotle everywhere says that pity and fear are the characteristics and necessary tragic emotions. With the reading of the various paragraphs of the text, I am going to close my presentation. In the next lectures, I will explain these paragraphs. Thank you very much.